I salute you students, wherever you are. Welcome to our lesson today. This is lesson 25. And we are going to look at personal pronouns. And in the personal pronouns, remember what our pronoun is, but I feel the need of having or revisiting this area. And the reason we are revisiting this is because I've seen most of us having a problem with these personal pronouns whenever they come in sentences. So remember what a noun is. We said a noun is a living word. So if you have a word that replaces it, that is a pronoun. So a pronoun is a part of a speech that takes the place of a noun. And again, they include such words as I, we have we, he, she, they, me, and also us. Now, in such words like he, I, me, and so on, they replace nouns and therefore are pronouns. Now, pronouns enable us to avoid repeating the same names. So when writing or speaking, which word otherwise makes you sound very awkward? If you keep on repeating the name of a person every now and then, you'll find that you will not be clear in what you'll be saying, or you'll not be clear at all. So to avoid such a scenario or such a thing, it's very important for us to use these pronouns. So when writing or speaking, which will make it be awkward, we need to avoid using and repeating this now often. Now, and when we do that, we make our speech become smooth, and apart from making our speech being smooth, we make it flow in the best correct way. Now, which are these personal pronouns? And Kamau put on Kamau's gumboots. Then Kamau went to the farm. So Kamau put on Kamau's gumboots, and then Kamau went to the farm. Now, if you read that sentence, you'll find that it's really awkward how that sentence is. So how should we correct this sentence? So we shall say, Kamau put on his gumboots, then he went to the farm. We have avoided unnecessary repetition. And the moment we avoid this unnecessary repetition, that will mean we shall be in a position to speak smoothly and be well understood anytime we speak. So in the above example, the personal pronoun his helps the writer to avoid repeating the same noun. So the pronoun he acts as a bridge to connect the two sentences. Then personal pronouns are further classified in terms of person and gender. So when we talk about person, we refer to three persons. We have the first person, then we have the second person, and we have the third person. So, what does it mean when we refer to the first person? The first person is the speaker or the doer. Example, I, plural will be we. And then, I also wanted to have it in two forms, subjective and objective case. Subjective and objective cases. Now, the first one, subjective case, I, then we. What is the objective case of I or we? The objective of I is me. And then the the objective of we is us. So this, or what happens with most of us when we are responding to this question, we get to mix up between either the subjective case or the objective case, which makes the sentence grammatically wrong. Now, when it comes to the second person, we refer to you. This is the person being addressed. And you, when we have it in plural, is still you, and then the objective case is still you. By the way, it's very hard to have any story or to have any book written in the second person. Reason it's very hard. You know, when you write about the first person, it's a story about yourself. When you can write it in the third person, you are reporting of someone else. For example, you can have a she, okay? Then you can have he, you can have it, isn't it? Then she, he, it. What will be their plural? Their plural will be they. And what will be the objective case of both? She will be her. Then he will be him. Then it does not change, it remains it. And both, all of them, their plural form is them. So, when we come now to these pronouns, when we talk about the subjective and objective cases, first person, the person who is doing something or the person speaking. Second person, the person addressed. Then when we come to the third person, this is the person being spoken of. Now, let me just explain what we have here on the screen. So in terms of person, personal pronouns can be divided into three classes. So you have the first, I, my, me, we, our, and us. But in this case, what I've done, I've just gone to the subjective pronoun and objective pronoun, because this is where the big problem is. So this one refers to the person or persons who is speaking. Example, I always ride my bike to school. So who does the riding? I, in that sentence. So if you have to say that in plural, we shall say we ride, or we always ride our bikes to school. Then we have the second person, which is you, your, or yours. These refer to the person spoken to. So this is the receiver of the action. I will call you tomorrow. So you're not the one to call, but I am the one to do the calling. Then we have the third person. The third person, we have he, his, him, she, hers, her, it, its, they, their, and them. So this one refers to another person or beings that is being spoken of. But I've just narrowed this down to subjective and objective, because this is where we have sentences which are in this form. So the first sentence is, you can have it as, Mariam brought Aisha and dash a gift. Into bracket you have me or I, right? So Mariam brought Aisha and dash a gift. In this case, I know most of us might take I, because you're Aisha and I maybe might make sense, which is wrong. The correct sentence in this case should be identified by trying to identify whether we are going to have it as the subjective form or the objective form. Let's look at this in the next part of our clip, whereby we are going to identify which pronoun we need at that particular part.